Okay, it's telling me. Okay. Okay, people are in the waiting room. I think it's okay we start admitting. Please admit in the waiting room. Let me
Okay.
send you a private chat, Nikki, so you can, there's a need for you to respond to me. You can respond to me.
Okay. Admit on your call. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Good evening, good evening. Good evening, everyone. It's such a beautiful, beautiful evening. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me.
Good
Yes, we
evening.
can. Good
We
evening,
can
ma'am.
hear.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So delighted to be having you here again this evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening. All right. It's a good day and we are here again. Thank you for joining. While I'm very hopeful that others will start joining now, we also have to start off the meeting right away. Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to give a bit of time, even though I don't want to waste anybody's time. The program starts for 6, and I'm so glad that you've made time to be here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good evening. Please mute your mic as you settle into the meeting. Nice to have you all here again. If you were here yesterday anyway. And even if you are not, good to have you here. It's a wonderful Sunday evening, and I'm glad that I'll be sharing my evening with you. Okay, so while we are waiting for more people to join, you can also remind a friend, remind someone that you really want to be in here. Welcome, Bola. Welcome, Funilayo. Samsung SM. It would be nice to know your name. You can change that link to your name. Please do.
Okay, ma'am. My name is Precious Mfon.
You can imagine. So the precious name, and what we can see is Samsung SM. You know. Okay, there's a Bola. Bola, you're welcome. I see another B. Okay. Bukolami, fantastic. Well done, and welcome. Okay, so let's get on to the meeting. Thank you again for joining. Let's do a bit of intro while we expect other people to join us. I'm very glad that you are here. This is one of the goals that you have, and you are ready. Oh, I just saw Sharon. I was going to mention. Welcome, Sharon. So this is you achieving a goal. You saw the events, you saw the program, and you had the intention to attend. You got the email or the text message or something, or maybe you even had to set a reminder on your phone, and now you are here in this meeting. That's something to actually applaud yourself for. Even it might look little, but it is you thinking of a desire and taking the step in the right direction to achieve that goal that you have set for yourself. Okay, my name is Kemi TONY-AKINWUNMI. Please call me KTA. I'm fondly called KTA. I'm a family life practitioner, a relationship therapist, an intimacy coach, emotional wellness counselor. I've been a relationship educator about 20 years now, helping singles, couples, family, and corporate organizations to manage relationships and also supporting them with emotional wellness. I am currently the lead consultant at Pasture Wellness and Psychotherapy Services, where I offer emotional and psychological services and relationship support to individuals, married couples, families, and the likes. I'm also the lead faculty member at the KTA Marriage Academy, where we are all about building a legacy of thriving relationships and wholesome marriages. And we do this through different expressions, our seminars, our courses, our meetings, our events like this one that you are also a part of this evening. All right. So I'm married. I'm married to a fantastic man. I have 2 children. I live in Lagos. I love people. I love love. I love relationship. And so I'm glad that you are sharing my evening with me. Like I did yesterday, I would want 2 people, 2 female, 2 males to introduce themselves. If you are in a place where there is no noise, your video is a bit, well bright, and it would be nice to meet you. It would be nice to know your name, know where you're connecting from, and what you do, and tell me one beautiful thing about yourself. So who is that confident lady, bold, daring lady who will, because I'm not just going to listen to your voice, I want the video on. And who is that gentleman? I'm really hoping that all the men who promised to be in this meeting will start showing up. Yes, they will start showing up. So please introduce yourself. Let's do a bit of intro before we get into the meeting, while we are also waiting for 1 or 2 more people to join in. So just give me a hand, signify, raise your hand. So I'm sure that you want to tell me about yourself. It would be nice to see your face. It would be nice to meet you. This platform is not just a program where, yes, you come, you learn, and then you disappear. There is already a community that I'm trusting that you would want to be a part of, which would also help us to build more connection, more positive connections that will help us to nurture healthy friendships, and also that would give birth to many marriages. Okay, so who is going? Who is giving me? I've not seen any hand up. It would be nice to introduce yourself. 1 or 2 persons, 2 female, 2 male. Okay, maybe I should just call names. Some people have removed their wig when they came back from church, so they are trying to get the wig. It is we should on our video. So where are the guys? You welcome Kolapo YA. You welcome. Thank you for joining. Wow, where is everybody? Where is everybody? I'm actually waiting for the intro. We need to move on, but I want 2 people to introduce themselves. Okay, is it because you don't want to switch on your video? Katie, can you allow them just to talk to me? They are not in a place where they can put on their videos. Nope. That's part of why we are here. And like we said yesterday, like we, learned yesterday, every avenue that you have to be seen, to be visible, for someone to connect with you, don't shy away from it. Take advantage of it. Every opportunity that you have to meet people and for people to meet you. And that is also a reminder based on the goal that you have as a single man or as a single woman. I'm not ready for a relationship, it's fine. But if you are single and you are ready for a relationship, it'll be nice. Okay, who will introduce themselves? Just your voice without your video. Talk to me. You welcome, you welcome, you welcome. Let's go. Okay.
Okay.
Bukola, okay? Did I call?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay.
Bukola,
My
go
name
ahead.
is Precious Mfon.
Oh, okay, Precious. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Precious Mfon. I'm joining from Akwa Ibom State, Uyo precisely. I am a special educationist. I work with children who have autism and ADHD, that's attention deficit and hyperactive disorder.
Mm. Mm.
I'm 24 years of age.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. So tell us one beautiful thing about you, one lovely characteristics, one amazing trait that Precious has. Tell us about it. in 30 seconds. What's that thing about you, that quality about you that is so special?
Okay, simple. Could easily approach me. So I've lived my life smiling all the time, at all times. I always see me smiling.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
And now you don't want to put your picture, your video, so that you can see that. And you can imagine, precious. It's all right. I understand. Okay, that's so nice to meet you, smiling precious, all the way
Thank you,
from
ma'am.
Akwa Ibom. Thank you. I like the work that you do. That work takes a lot of emotional investment. It's not a career path for anyone to be an educationist for special children. Well done. I wish you all the best. Okay, Bukola, talk to
Thank you, ma'am.
us.
Good evening, ma'am. Kindly
Good
confirm you can hear
evening.
me. Good
Yeah,
evening,
I can hear
everybody.
you. Claire.
My name is Bukola. I am a project manager. I work for an IT consulting firm. I am in my late 30s. I'm a single mom of one. I have a 4-year-old. Why did I join this group? Okay, so I think that my routine, I just feel like I've just been on my own. I've not been visible. I've just kind of given up on love or marriage or whatnot. So this year I've decided to give it a shot again. And then I came across um your post on Instagram and said, okay, why not? Let me just join in and see. I am in Lagos. What else? I think I've covered almost everything that you asked. What's that thing about me that I think is unique? Uh, Personally, I think I'm an easygoing person. I think I'm fun to be with. I'm a Yoruba girl, so I like to attend Owambe's. So, and I'm a
Mm.
Christian. I'm a Christian. I believe strongly in God, and I also believe that God is the center of everything. So that's it. I talk a lot too. Yes, I'm a talker. So I think that's all about me for now. Thank you very much, Ma, for the program.
Yeah, you're welcome. Were you in yesterday? Did you join in?
Yes, yes, I did. And then it seemed like you were really talking directly at me. Yes, I was on
Oh,
yesterday.
I'm glad to hear that. That's why we are here. I'm supposed to talk directly to the people in the event, even
Thank
though
you
I'm
very
just,
much. Thank
you
you, Ma.
welcome.
Thank you. It's
Thank you
been
for calling me.
impactful. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you. So I'm glad that you decided to give it a shot this year. And you were thinking about, okay, let's give it a shot this year. And voila, you came across this event. And that's also part of the law of attraction. Whatever you think, whatever you desire, God Almighty has a way of directing, of connecting those things, of bringing them around you because you are thinking about them and because your life is going in the direction of your predominant thoughts. Any thoughts that you can think about often and you can maintain at a higher frequency is actually going to happen just in a matter of time, right? So I'm glad you are here. So one more thing you said I wanted to connect with, right? Why I actually asked to share a quality about yourself, selves, is because that's a level of awareness that everybody should have. You must know the good things about you. Yeah, because as human beings, we are quick to judge, we are quick to always find fault, we are quick to compare, we are quick, to just belittle those beautiful things, those characteristics, those unique things that make our lives, really distinct. So being self-aware enough is to know that I write well, I talk well, I like to meet people, I'm expressive. Being a talkative is not bad. As long as it's not out of place. So welcome to class, welcome everybody. Where are the guys in this meeting? I think I saw one or two. I'm going to take two more registrations from any man, any man, any man. Okay, I think it's the name. Who's talking to us? I think I saw a caller in the meeting. Maybe it's network three now. So is there a man? Is there any male in here? Please talk to me. It would be nice to meet you. All right, so welcome again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are spending the next 2 hours together, and I'm really hoping it will be worthwhile for you while we are hoping that we have other people joining. So yesterday we started by talking about, the importance of setting goals. What are goals? Goals are the intentions in your heart for the future that you desire. That's simple. Like I said, you had a goal to be in this class and now you are in this class. Goal achieved. You have a desire and you work towards it and you attain it. But now we're talking about relationship goals. Relationship goals either as a single, either as a single searching, either as a divorcee or a widower or a single person, single parent, either as a matured single person, right? So having relationship goals is important. And we talked about personal, intrapersonal relationship. What sort of relationship do you have with yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you think about yourself? Your thoughts are very important. How do you talk to yourself? Where do you go? What do you do to yourself? How do you treat yourself? How do you allow other people to treat you? These are part of the ways you can also relate with yourself, how I relate with myself, right? And we also talked about what's the importance. Why should I set personal relationship goals? It helps you to know what you want in a relationship. It helps you to be able to identify when you find someone that matches your dream because you have a dream. It helps you to know your deal breakers, the things you can compromise and the things you cannot compromise, the things you cannot negotiate. These ones, they are at the core of me getting to date anyone. You must know them. And that's why it's important to have relationship goals ahead. Having relationship goals ahead helps you with clarity. You are very sure of what you want. It helps you to avoid distractions. It helps you not to go with the trend. Okay, so these are people are dating now, let's do it. But because you already have a dream, you already have a goal set for yourself, you are working towards that goal. No distraction. It helps you eliminate distractions. It helps you pretty much also build resilience, build a level of breadth and capacity. It helps you also to stay focused because you already have a dream that you are working towards. Like I mentioned yesterday, someone, in this meeting is saying, Katie, this year I don't want any relationship. I think for 1 year, I want to focus on myself. And that takes a lot of courage, actually, for her to see that I've been in relationships. Getting suitors is not a problem. It's just that they are the wrong kind of people. And I'm thinking, why am I attracting the wrong kind of people? Perhaps it's something I need to really sit down and resolve with myself before I then open up again to love again, to date again. And that's amazing. And for those who are also looking towards remarry, trust me, we are going to work together. And I'm hopeful that in the next few months, while I'm working really hard to get more men into this meeting, we had over 80 men who registered, and I was very hopeful, very, very hopeful and excited that at least if I have like 30% of them in this meeting, this will be a huge, huge plus, but it's what it is. Okay, so today, who asked me yesterday to talk about desperation? I mentioned being desperate, and I think it was Toluwani. I can't really remember the name now, but someone asked that I clarify on what I mean by saying, as a single person who really desires to be married. I was directing that to any single person, especially if you are above 30 and you desire to be married. I'm always very intentional with the choice of word when I say you desire to be married, because if you don't desire to be married, I'm not even sure you should be in this class, right? So I'm talking to people who love marriage like me, who love, who love relationship, who like romantic connections, right? Who also believe that God in his kindness can created them for marriage. And if they agree with God, marriage can happen for them, right? Even though it will happen at different time, different season, different stage in life. But if you are hopeful and open, I believe that it's something that is a dream that can happen, right? So when I say get desperate, is that there are people, there are other single men, other single women, especially women, who are desperate. And usually what I see are the indecent ones, the ones who have little or no value, right? The ones who are not even self-aware. The ones who all they want is just, let me just catch a guy who is rich, who is this and that, and then I just marry, who don't even have an understanding on the concept of marriage, who would not be in a class like this. But you have a level of decency. I'm sure some of you are Christian sound, talking Christians. You have, you have your convictions, you have your values in place, you are developing yourself, you have a thriving career. Generally, things are, and then all that you are doing is just praying. God will do it. Yes, I believe God will do it, but you also have a major role to play on that journey. So when I say get desperate, do things differently. Deliberately do things differently. Do things that's against the norm. For a lady, yeah, they will say a lady is the one that should just wait for the guy, just be quiet somewhere, a man will find you. All of that I believe. And I also believe that a lady can also find other ways, other ways to create opportunities for herself to be seen, to be liked, to be attractive to someone of the opposite sex. And all of this actually starts with, I will always talk about the way you think. If you think that all the guys out there are terrible ones, they are the ones that will keep showing up around you. If you think all the guys out there are scammers or they are scam, they are the kind of people that will show up around you, because what you think is what would happen. Right. If you have not been paying attention to your thought pattern, your thought process, please, after this meeting, deliberately think about it. Deliberately be conscious of the thoughts that you allow, right, in your mind. So how can some of the ways I noted down that a woman, a lady, can decide to, yeah, let me show up a bit differently? Because I did mention yesterday, if nothing changes, nothing will change. If everything you did last year is what you want to replicate this year, you might still find yourself December 2025, even if you are not married, you won't be in a relationship. But at least even if you are not married, you should be in a relationship. Yeah. While I'm not saying that it should be a do or die goal, right? That's not what I mean. I mean, have a goal. Desperation, when we look at the word desperation, people usually attach negativity to desperation. But no, you can be desperate for a miracle. Aren't people desperate for miracles? Yeah, they are desperate and they go all the way. Whatever it is they know they can do. Because in desperation is a level of hope. It's a level of optimism. It's a level of motivation. It's a level of, forceful, a bit of forceful aggression. Maybe not aggression, but a bit of force, which is you pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone and beyond the norm. So bringing this to relationship means, for instance, you are someone who don't like to engage with other people. But now you have told yourself, I really want to meet people. I'm really looking forward to getting married. And so they invite you for an event. You want to show up. You want to show up and not just show up. You are showing up, you are engaging. There's nothing wrong. When I talk to single men who want to toast, who want to connect with a girl, who want to, check her out, see, maybe, exchange pleasantries or something. We leave it to the guys, that's fine. But as a woman, how can you also toast a man? I'm saying that carefully. I'm not saying you should now go out and say, guy, I like you, can we marry? No. But part of being deliberate and desperate is that you also know how to start off conversations with a guy that you like. Trust me, that's why I said that person does not have a knife. The person cannot kill you. As long as you have a healthy self-esteem, and we are hoping that the person has a bit of sense. All you are going to do is talk. Open your mouth and talk. Hello, how are you? I like your shirt. I like your shoe. You look like someone I know. The same trick the guys use. You can also borrow and do the same thing. Because a guy gets into an environment, sees a lady that she likes. You are also a lady, you get into an environment, and these are some of the things you also want to be paying attention to. Because it would change the way, it would change your disposition. For instance, you work in an organization and you have never really carefully looked around you to say, okay, who do I even like in this environment as a single man? Because by the time you picture someone that you like, your body language and your expression begins to change around that person. And this is what will likely happen. If the person likes you, that opens up an opportunity for connection. But before now, you just go about your way because you are not thinking about it. You have prayed, but you are not also thinking. And like I said, if God is going to answer the thoughts in your head, would you really think that you are considering marriage like seriously? Or you are just saying, well, even God, if God wants me to wait till I'm 45 or I'm 50 or I'm 60, which I personally don't believe, personally, right? Because some people will say, well, it is God's will for them to get married at 70. It's okay. But there is a blessing in doing some things early. Yeah, life happens to us differently. I agree. Life happens to us. Situations, circumstances that mess up the plan that we have. But now that you are here, something has to happen differently. So I like someone. Yeah, your body language around them changes. The way you see them changes. And the way you relate with that person begins to change gradually. And the guy can perceive it that, oh, like I said yesterday, some people think some of you are married or you are taking or you are in a relationship. So I'm desperate for a miracle, for a marriage. I have a goal that I want to get into a relationship. You are praying. I believe strongly in prayers. If you do, please do pray. But let your prayer also tally. Let it synergize with your thoughts and your words. So you are thinking about it. You are talking about it. You are being expressive about it. Tell people around you, like I said yesterday, who you can trust that I'm really hoping to settle down soon. You have a decent friend, a woman or a man. Men do these things. So there's one girl in my office. So there's one, even if it's just for what's it called? Dupe and Nike, please attend to the chat. So even if it's just for a fling or a short-term relationship, they do that. So there's nothing wrong for you to let people know, because people might just think you are comfortable being single. I've seen it, and I know that she's comfortable the way she is. She doesn't want to remarry. She doesn't want to marry. She doesn't want to date. And some people are even thinking it for you. You're okay now. You are 40. You should not marry. You should just, your husband has died, or your husband has left, or your wife has gone. Blah 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 blah. People expect you to just, that's a societal norm. If you decide to remarry at 45 or 50 and you find someone, it would happen. It will happen. So tell trusted friend to connect you with a partner. Right. Part of being desperate is also looking at yourself and asking, am I truly friendly? Am I truly accommodating? Am I really warm around people? Am I really open? Because you may think that you are, but honestly, you might not be. So it is you accessing yourself or anyone that is close to you to ask that person to give you that feedback. Because like we said yesterday, the number one thing is that the relationship you have with yourself is one of the strongest relationships that you will ever have. Deliberately being a better version of yourself. Deliberately, what's another word? Intentionally, consciously. That yes, I want to improve on myself, especially on your relationship qualities. Because you may think that you are really open, but you can be a snob. And people are going to connect with you based on how they attribute, based on what they attribute to you, right? Because you may think you are always friendly, but you are harsh. Body language, the way you look, your tone, your words. So you want to also assess yourself, appraise yourself, and be honest. Even if everybody is lying to you, be honest with yourself. I remember working with a lady once. I would say, I thought I used to smile. And I said, well, I've been working with you now for a while. It doesn't look like it. As a young girl, TONY-AKINWUNMI, I had to learn to smile myself. Because one day, one of my aunties looked at me and said, why does your man should be Margaret Thatcher? And I'm saying, really? I still have a bit of it though. And I said, really? And I had to deliberately, because sometimes you have to actually see yourself in the mirror and say, oh, this face doesn't look warm. It doesn't look appealing. It doesn't look like enticing or attractive, right? So working on yourself is also part of you being desperate. It's not just the externals. The externals are part of it. Because while some people are doing yash, opening their cleavage, it's not even cleavage anymore. It's not just opening cleavage. Everybody's bringing out their breasts. Not everyone, some of those ladies out there. And because what they want to achieve is, let somebody see me. But you can also be fully clothed and still be very attractive. Yeah. I've had one-on-one with some single ladies, and I realized that it's not in how expensive what you are wearing is. If you can afford truly, if you're not faking it, afford the expensive appearance, yeah, go for it. But you know what I've discovered that works? Tidiness. Because you can even wear expensive things and it's not tidy on you. Even as a man, I've seen men as well, and you just wonder, this is a quality shirt, but it's not well put together. Or the colors, or something just with the combination, right? So part of being desperate is to look at yourself. I want to begin to look in a certain way. I remember that lady that was what I did for her. She has maintained the same kind of hairstyle for the longest. She says she has, the way same kind of dresses. She says she doesn't like flowered, patterned. So every time she appears, it's always plain. I said, well, for some people, plain may be it, but this part of the changes, this part of you looking at, okay, we are working on the internal and let's also focus on the externals. Can something happen to your hair? Can something happen to your dresses? Can something happen to the kind of trousers you wear? Because one thing is that if you don't have close friends, they may not give you that feedback. Everybody just say, it's nice, it's okay. And truly, truly, people just look at you and they can, in some way just summarize what's happening in your mind. So that's also part of you being intentional that I'm showing up at that event. I know that you have prayed, you are desirous. You can meet your partner anywhere. So when you say there is an event and you are keeping another beautiful clothes for another event, you might miss that opportunity. It's not like you are going to the event and you are going to be dancing all around. Yeah, you are going to show up yourself, meet people, connect with others, and yet still do all of that with a level of decorum and decency. Other than go to event and sit down in one place, pressing phone. Nobody's talking to you, you're not talking to anybody. You go for an event. It is when, like I tell singles, you don't go for an event and it is during break time, you are going to the restroom. No. You go for an event, someone beside you may already see you waiting for the break time, maybe tea break or lunch time, to want to talk to you and connect with you. But you have gone. You are inside one place rubbing powder. By the time you are out, break is over. The guy is wondering, or the person is wondering, where is this lady? Opportunity lost. These are part of the ways to think, right? So you are also very hopeful. You are hopeful, and some of these things I'm sharing with you is just you being proactive. You are observant of the people around you. I mentioned that earlier. Please start doing this from today, especially the places you go to regularly, the clubs you belong to regularly. It'd be nice to open up yourselves to also join clubs. Online clubs yes, but extend it a bit to where you can be seen. Online clubs, don't just join and nobody is hearing your voice. Nobody is seeing your face. You know, you are all the clubs that you are, all the groups that you are, they are all married people. What are you doing inside? Well, maybe they have a particular purpose they serve, which is not bad. But part of you reorganizing your life, setting a goal for your relationship, especially for those who are looking to connect with other people. Be observant of people around you. Be observant of that guy who likes to talk to you. I was at a training, was it last year, upper year? So I remember that I just saw this guy and this girl, they sat beside each other. I sort of like their connection. So during the break time, during tea break, the lady was now calling at the guy. For instance, let's say the guy's name is Benga. I'm like, Benga, let's go now. Benga, let's go. We only have 15 minutes. So there were this other group of people who were now, making jest of her. That, hey, Benga, let's go, Benga, let's go. And so they enter marriage. So when I heard that, I'm like, okay, what's happening here? So apparently, when the lady joined that company, maybe 2 or thereabout years before that time, they go. When is lunch time for them to go to the company's, cafeteria? Is that what it's called? Yeah, canteen. Because the lady was new, she only just sort of liked Benga and would always say, Benga, it's lunchtime, let's go. That was how it started. From the story they told me, because I had to ask when I had marriage. So the guy would just go to Benga's desk. Okay, Benga, are you ready? Let's go for lunch. And they were going, Benga would, the Benga would also, maybe didn't pay attention, but whatever, would follow her. They would go for lunch. And that was how they got close. The time I went for that meeting, their wedding was few weeks down the line. So when she called at Benga that day, that was how everybody just said, hey, Benga, let's go. Benga, let's go and eat. All this Benga, let's go and eat. The thing as you people are like play. Oh. That's it. Did the girl go all out to connect with Benga to marry him? Maybe not. Maybe not. But she didn't wait for Benga to call out at her. Maybe she said that Benga is a single guy. We're about my contemporary. I sort of like him or whatever. And I'm new here. Maybe she didn't connect with other ladies. It's a male-dominated environment anyway. There are not so many females in the company. So you just never know. I'm sure they are married because this 2023 or thereabout. Right? So I said be observant about people around you. Don't wait. Don't wait. When I mean don't wait, initiate engagement. Initiate it. Open up conversation. And these are things you have to learn as well. Maybe as time goes on, I can help you. What can you talk about? It doesn't have to be anything so, so serious. It's even better to make it light, simple, easy before you then build on. And I'm not saying that everybody you talk to would be legit. No. But you also would not know who could be if you don't give it a chance. Yeah? So be accommodating. We have said that. Be warm, be engaging, do the smiling. Success is attractive. Yeah. Success, kindness, and being authentic. You don't want to leave out that 3. Success, your level of confidence makes you attractive. You being kind makes you attractive. I remember one of my, how will I call this person? In-law, kind of, she was quite of age at that time when she met her husband. But how did it happen? There's this woman she always visits, help her, support her, blah, 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 blah. And the woman was ill at a time and needed to move from where she was to another town. And she left to another town to one of her older children, right? Didn't know that she was going to meet her husband in that house. And she took the pain of getting the car, did everything, took care of the woman, free will, nothing attached, yeah? Drove her, got a vehicle, took her down to another town, maybe like 4 hour trip. And when she got there, she went to actually meet a couple, the mama's children. And then they welcomed her. They were so, very warm. Thank you. So one of the one of his subordinates at work was around, and they just said, hello. They saw her. Everybody, exchanged pleasantries, and they left. Few months or maybe weeks after, the same guy, reached out to, just connected the boss. That lady I saw in grandma's house that day, and I really like that, blah, blah, blah. I tell you that guys, they talk. When they see what they like, they will make inquiries. They will ask questions. So stylishly, you two can do the same, depending on who you are talking to, because some people they may not be as matured to understand what you are trying to do, as long as you can find out that the person is single, right? So, cut the long story short, they started dating. They are married now, maybe 7, 8 years. So you just never know. You just never know. These are some of the things that can attract people to you. When you are kind, when you are warm, when you are when you are also successful, yes, in your career, in whatever you do. As a single person, you have relationship goals. Yes, fantastic, and you have other goals for other areas of your life. Yeah, and being authentic, being your real self, is also attractive. There's nothing like, and I mean your real self, especially if that self is an improved self. Because when people say, I'm being myself, and you're all over the place, there is a problem. I'm being myself, but something is wrong with your character. There seems to be a bit of, some things are off somehow, and you are not taking feedback, or there is no close person in your life that can give you answer. The way you actually talk sometimes, the way you behave sometimes, I think you should look in, work on this area. When you are angry, you should work on this. So not just be yourself. The authentic self I'm talking about, yeah, be yourself, but be a better and improved, a developed version of that self. Be authentic. Don't fake, don't want to be somebody else, because you can't sustain it. And people are falling in love with the wrong version of another person, and the relationship did not last. When they found out that they were dating a fake version. And that thing can be really embarrassing. Because this is not what I knew 4 months ago. The things you said is not. I've had relationships like that. I've had clients like that who said things at the beginning of the relationship that wasn't true, but they never knew that the other person was going to actually accept them and like them the way they were, without those lies. And so they are connected with this person emotionally, romantically, and they are thinking, how do I undo the lies or the untrue information that I have given? Okay, if I'm speaking with you, let me know in the chat. Are you learning? What have I said so far that makes sense to you? Talk to me in the chat room. It'd be nice to hear from you. Okay, like I said again, talk to me in the chat room. Are you learning? Are you there? Good, I am. Right. Okay. So, like I said again, involve in groups to display your skills, to display your intellect. I have lots of examples to give, lots and lots of stories. I have a colleague who told me one time that her younger sister needed, one-on-one coaching. I engaged her. We were together for like 3 or 4 months, and then she was quite of age as well, wanted to get married. We did a bit of work together. Some of the things I'm sharing with you, I did share with her. And so it maybe after about a year or about 9 months, I honestly can't remember. The sister, my colleague just called me. Oh, so KTA, she's getting married, this and that. I said, voila, I didn't know what happened, blah, blah, blah. So she actually married someone from our group in church, but she was the reserved, quiet one, but very gifted. So part of the things I share is that you must show up. People must see you. People must be attracted to you. People must like you. And that's why I said yesterday, some of us are still single now that shouldn't be single. I remember saying the same statement somewhere and somebody felt off about it. Well, I hope nobody does feel off about that. Life happens, situations happen, but sometimes you have also lost opportunities. You have also not been well positioned. You have also not done what you should do. You may think it's little, it's not important, it's irrelevant. God will do what he will do. Like who said it yesterday? I think it was I can't remember the person's name, but the lady who gave a feedback said she also didn't believe that she needed to do anything extra. I'm praying and I know that God will sort me out. Yes, God will sort you out. Yes, God will sort you out. But if you don't do what you need to do, God will sort you out at 50. God will sort you out at 60. Right? So it doesn't mean everything I'm also sharing with you, it's the deal that when you do all of it like this, you will see us back tomorrow. But trust me, I strongly believe that when you put a bit of adjustment and changes in place, deliberately doing these things, praying, working on yourself, having a solid relationship with yourself, yes, things will shift. So anyways, they said they were organizing a something program, maybe like a concert. And she was part of those who maybe volunteered to train. She was involved in that project. And the guy saw her and said, have you been here? She said, yes, I've been here. I've been, They started talking, dated for like 9 months or thereabout. And as at the time she was talking to me, we were going to get married. They are married now maybe 3 or 4 years. If she never took that chance, if she never did, because like she told me, yeah, you will not hear her voice anywhere she is. I said, well, if it's working for you, if it's working for you, right? So I said, if that's working for you, it's all right. If not connecting with anybody, all of those is working for you, right? But if some of the things you have done hasn't worked, why not try something different? Why not stretch yourself and do something different, right? So I said also, be intentional about the people you connect with, the places you go, the connections you make, the project you get on. What is going to change from yesterday, from last year? This is still January. A lot is happening. A lot has started for a lot of people. So I'm going to ask, if you were here yesterday, did you take time to write what I said you should write? Anybody at all? Because the first most important thing is your goal, is the goal that you have. Is the goal that you have. A lady said, I'm not in for relationship this year. Fantastic, Bukolami, I would like you to share. She said, I'm not ready for relationship this year. Let everybody be praying for her. Without prayer, let everybody be praying for her that, yeah, she's getting married June, July. She will get married June, July. Is that prayer is going to end up in futility, waste? Because the goal she has for herself is contrary to that. Thank you, Yomi. Yomi also did. I'd like to hear a bit of it. So the most important thing is the goal. What do you want? What you want must be clear. Krista, what you want must be clear. You must know it. And those were part of the questions I asked you yesterday. What do you want? What do you want in that person? What do you want in that relationship? When do you desire to be married? What are your deal breakers? What are your non-negotiables? What do you want? Yeah, I think recently someone was talking to me, I met this guy, this one. I said, well, at this level, you don't want anybody to waste your time. You can do your filtering because you know what you want, you know the questions to ask. You can filter sharp, and in 1 or 2 meetings or dates, 1 or 2 months, you are done. Even less than that, you can see that, no, there's something off, our values do not match, our interests do not match, I don't like the way this person thinks or reason, and you can quickly exit. While I'm also careful, because sometimes some of us have expectations that is way crazy. I remember someone in the registration who said, I need to really work on my standard. That the reason I can't maintain relationship is because my standards are too high. Now I have realized it, and that's the problem that I have. And I said, well, you have already succeeded with step one. You have recognized that your standards are too high. Should you have a standard? Absolutely. Should you have a high standard? Maybe not bad. When it is now too high, that is even God is even looking at you like this, with all these things that you have written down, and you are not even willing to be flexible. You are not willing to adjust. You are not willing to adapt. No, you will stay longer being a single person. So when so I said, okay, thank God you have identified that your standards are very high. So what do we then begin to, let's begin to even look at the standard that you have set for yourself, for the person you want to relate with. Because that's also part of how some of us, we set relationship goals that are not attainable. They are not achievable. They are not realistic. Even God is looking at you like this way, okay? But that's why you are in this class, to say, okay, what do I need to change? How can I have a better understanding that there are certain qualities I'm looking for, certain traits or certain, characteristics that I already laid down, and I'm not willing to be flexible on them. Yes, while you must have your negotiables, while you must have your non-negotiable standard, that there are some things that I'd rather remain single. I can't do this. I can't go this direction. Yes, you must have them. But also, you are being careful that you don't repel people because of the way you
Alaikum
are.
salam. Monjade.
Can you please mute your mics, please? Okay, I'm trying to read a message. I think someone dropped a message in the chat. I'm not sure if it's a direct message. Okay, so Bukola, please, would you like to share with me some of the things? Okay. I don't know why it's not opening as much as I.
Okay. Do you want me to speak?
Okay, that would be nice.
I dropped it in the chat already. So, well, personally for me, I'm looking to meet like a caring, smart, mentally and financially secured man, someone that is godly and is family oriented, who is ready to settle down. And for my non-negotiables, I am not going to settle for someone that is emotionally unavailable, someone that is not a Christian at his core. It doesn't have to be a pastor, but he needs to be a Christ-like man. The things that I want to change about myself will be that I would be less defensive. I realize that sometimes I come across as very defensive. Sometimes I come across as someone that's because I've been single for so long, so I take care of myself. Yeah, so I come across as someone that does not need help, that does not want to settle down. Yeah, so those are the things. From yesterday's meeting, I realized that I need to actually work on that and change that to be less defensive, and then to show affection, to slow down before showing affection. I tend to I'm very expressive. So I tend to show, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So the way I feel, you can see it. I don't know how to pretend. So I realized
Mm,
that has not worked for me in the past. And then that's just a few things that I really want to work on. And I want to
mm,
share it. Yeah.
mm, mm,
Okay.
That's good. That's good. Amazing. I like the way you clearly stated some of the qualities of the person that you want to meet. While I'm also positive that you have the same emotional availability, caring, child of God, and all of that. So anything you're looking for, make sure that you have it. So being defensive it's can be a response from a lot of things. But I guess you understand when you also see that because of the past, you don't have the full story, but certainly something had happened that got you there. Part of it is being single for a long time. I mentioned that yesterday. You are single for a long time and it's even difficult to now relate. I had a one-on-one coaching with a lady and she has suitors. But she said sometimes they come around, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to relate with them. I don't even know, should I see them as a brother or this romantic thing? I think I have to learn. And I said, yes, you have to learn it. You have to learn it all over again to realize that someone is toasting you. What do I see? What do I ask? What do I say? Because for a long time, maybe like 7, 8 years, they keep coming, but because you don't know what to say, you can't even keep the relationship. So I said, you can imagine how many potentials you've lost, right? But now you are here and you have realized something else to change. So the defensive part, yes, number one step, you are aware that this area of my life needs to go. So what behavior do you want to replace the defensiveness with? That's the second step. And being defensive is not helping, it's not positive, it's not good. I want to change. Which means you want to be not just less defensive, there has to be a more positive word. How would you rather want to be? Which is maybe more attentive, right? More attentive and the ability to take feedback. Because defensiveness means that you can't take feedback, you can't be corrected, people can't share opinions with you. Defensiveness also tilts towards being very opinionated, where I know it, I have it. So sometimes during coaching, you are you are you are trying to develop a new, a new programming for yourself, which may initially be tough. But when you are thinking about the benefits, you stay on it, and eventually it gradually fixes that part of you. And sometimes there may be deeper issues that needs to actually be opened up, addressed, for you to also know that, yes, I need maybe even a more thorough inner child work to get out of that defensiveness, pattern, right? But thank you for sharing. Um, I'm trusting God with you that yes, it would happen, while you also take the right steps in doing what is necessary. So you also mentioned that yes, because you have always done things by yourself, this is even common. And so people see you as being too strong, too independent. Yeah. That's why I said that you need, some of us need to sit down and really look at ourselves. That the attitude that we have unconscious that you may not even be aware of can be repelling people away, can repel potential partners. Yeah. Because everybody see you and like, strong woman, fix everything. Can I relate to someone like this? Can we really have a relationship? Yeah. So, and everybody wants to be needed, especially the man that you want to have a relationship with, asking for ideas because you have always done things by yourself anyway. So, well done. I'm glad. Anybody else wants to share? I think Yomi said she was going to share some of the things she wrote down yesterday. Anybody, Yomi, and who else? I gave you an assignment yesterday. I said, write what you want and what areas of your life you want to go add on. Things this area, I need a bit of a brush up. I need a bit of an improvement. These are my areas of improvement. And this year, I want to deliberately, maybe I'm going to take a course, maybe I'm going to save up and go for coaching, Maybe I'm going to read a book. Maybe I'm going to get an accountability partner, someone who will tell me the truth. Because some of you, maybe that's even what some of you need to do, especially if you are in your 30s and all of that, and you'll be finding it hard to settle in a relationship. People who are close to you, please give me a honest feedback about myself. One of the things I sometimes also encourage singles to do is to reach out to an ex who is still single, especially an ex that broke up with them. I tell male, I tell female, if you're a guy and they're always breaking up with you, and you have like 3 exes in recent time, I say, which of this is your favorite? Why did the person why did the person break up the relationship with you? And so I'm a bit distracted. I got a message I'm trying to check. Right? So I'll say go find out, especially if the ex is not married. Don't go and be sending message to a married woman or a married man. Why did you break up with me? No, we would have done a bit of all of those questioning before you go out to ask the person. And sometimes people get feedback that break them down, that the person didn't even tell them while they were dating. But those were the thoughts in the person's head before they eventually broke up the relationship. So sometimes also you can do that. If you have an ex who you thought the relationship was going to last and the person just disappeared, the person just ghosted you, the person just, just found a way to just disconnect from you, reach out to the person via text. Nothing much. I'm sorry, I'm going through, a program. I'm going through some therapy, and I just want to ask you 1 or 2 questions. Please tell me honestly, how was I when we were dating? Kiniko, and tell the person to give you a honest feedback. I do this with some of my clients, and it's always very bad, very messy. And I said, no matter what the person tells you, take it as a feedback. The person is malicious, the person is kiniko, you just take it as a feedback. And now face it and work on yourself. Okay, Yomi, are you there? Or did you drop it in the chat or something? So another thing, okay. I would like to know, okay, good morning. Please, I'm trying to read the message I have in the chat. I want to know if it's bad for someone to be too independent of herself, because that is me. I don't feel comfortable asking or depending on someone. So, asking, depending on someone, being independent, asking for help are 3 different things. We are social beings, we are social animals. There are different levels of relationships. We talked about being intrapersonal, me and myself. The next is inter. You are going to connect with other people. It's a challenge when someone says, I don't like asking for help. Something had happened to that person. Something has happened to that person. So I'm not saying something has happened to you. I'm just saying from experience. When you find people who cannot ask, people, they are just, I'll fix it myself, I'll do it myself. If we check, growing up for you could have been, maybe you are a first child. If you're not a first child, maybe you grew up in an environment where a lot was expected of you. Another could be you grew up all by yourself. Nobody attended to your needs. You sort of grew up fast and know how to fix and figure out things, figure out life by yourself. So you are used to it. It's a behavior that you learned. Because I've had clients who can ask for help, who are just, they want 10 things, right? And they want to do all the 10 things by themselves, while they have 2 or 3 other people in their life that can help them with 7. But because they have a challenge, we're reaching out to say, oh, help me with 1, 2, 3, 4, help me with 5, 6, 7. And what then happens? They can spend time, they waste time, They waste time, years, because there is help available, but they are too independent. So for some people, it could be a trauma response. If I was working with you one-on-one, I would like to know how you grew up, because you learned to be, and I would also categorize it. Maybe it is mild, maybe it is moderate, or maybe it's even severe. Because some people would rather die. So when you hear, I will not beg anybody, I don't ask for help, I'd rather die. It's a problem. It's not something you should be proud of. Everybody needs a level of independence where you can think for yourself, make decisions for yourself. But when it now relates to you asking for help, that is how God created all of us. We all need help. We all need one another. Because some people will say, I don't want to ask for help because they would abuse me. It's because they have abused you in time past. So you have a file, you have a memory of that pain. Oh, I don't want to ask for help. They will not shame me. They will not say that you have already associated negative responses to asking for help. So is it wrong? Is it? I need to also be sure exactly where you are. But generally, as human beings, you can be dependent and you can also be interdependent. But when you are extremely independent, where you always want to do everything by yourself, for yourself, struggle, not ask for help, no, it can be a trauma response. I hope that helps. And that's why as a single sometimes, because you know what, these things create the aura around you. And it can actually, and remember that a man, masculine, wants to give, wants to protect, wants to feel needed, wants to support. A healthy masculine, a healthy man, a man that has sense. These are things they want to do. So when they come around you and it's as if, what exactly am I here for? Not that some of them will not stay, but it will affect the growth of that relationship. Because you are thinking, for instance, you have an idea to do 5 things. You didn't even run it by them. You didn't share any, you didn't share any of the opinion, or you didn't go all out to ask. So the behavior you want to start deliberately acting is to reach out. I need your help. Can you help me? Even if it's something you can do. Can you help me figure out that project? Can you help me go to that place? Can you call that person for me? Even if you can do, and that saves you stress and time, and you can focus on other things. Even if there are no other things, you can sleep. I don't go out at all, always at home. I hardly make my hair because I feel I'm always home. It really needs to change this year. I'm glad. So if it needs to change, what would happen? Setting goals, actionable plans. Maybe it's the wig era. The wig era for a lot of us ladies. We'll just weave our hair. We'll just place the thing and we are wig. Some of us are guilty, but it's important that we address the outward appearance, right? So because when you also say you don't go out, well, I don't expect anybody to be going out every day or whatever. But going out, engaging with other humans is good for your mental health, is good for your social life, is good for your physical life, and is also very important for your relational life. People need to see you. You need to be visible. When a miracle happens, your husband can just show up in your house, bam. Maybe the postman or delivery guy that would like you, right? Miracle happens. So I was also going to talk about fears. Yes. As a single person who is looking towards getting married, I want you to address the fears that you have, because fear can be very limiting. You have fear about yourself, you have fear about relationships. And sometimes this is due to the past, the pain, the memory, the significant emotional experiences you've had. the emotional pain, the baggage, right? Because sometimes what creates the fear is from the baggage. As a single person, part of the relationship goals that you have is that you want to unpack your baggages, or unpack your baggage. Excuse me, pardon my error. You want to unpack it. You want to address it. I remember someone, for this meeting as well, said, "I can't date right now. I'm a full baggage." The person recognizes a lot has happened to me. I'm messed up mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Anybody that I enter like this is going to be boost. And that's why I'd rather remain single. And I said, okay, but you have identified the problem. If you leave it at that, now you are 38. You may have another 4 years to it. God forbid, but life happens. And because you permitted it. Right? So part of the relationship goes as a single person that a single person can also have is that I want to address all my issues. It maybe not all, because truth is that there are some traumas we'll live with forever. Yes, I speak to you as a coach, as a counselor, a therapist that has worked for many years. I've gone through my own journey as well, but I still have a bit of trauma from my past. But that doesn't stop me from living a fruitful, purposeful, thriving life. But I have really gone on a journey of healing, done a lot of inner child work, done a lot of reprogramming, so I can live a better, a healthy, and a productive life, much more than my trauma. Because you are not your pain, you are not your trauma. It's just a part of your life, and it can go. So if you also look at yourself and say, okay, in what area exactly do I think I struggle? I need help. You can do personal therapy, read books, go online, or you save up and seek a coach. Or you confide in someone that you know can help you, much more than praying for you. And then you are beginning to correct those behaviors. And also you address your fears, because your fears can also limit you. Your fears. When you have fears, about the future, about the man you will marry. And sometimes fear is also as a result of experiences, either what you have seen other people go through or what you have gone through in the past. Part of the personal relationship goals you can set for yourself, like I mentioned earlier, is areas of growth. Oh, I need to grow in how I manage my anger. My anger is not nice. You know it. And then you get to work. Because some of some of these traits could also impact on, number one, you connecting someone. Even if you connect someone, it can hinder the relationship. It can limit it, wherein that behavior can show up and destroy the relationship you have long prayed and desired. So be aware of the behaviors that need to go. So set the goal for yourself. Set the goal for yourself, and then outline actionable plans. Some of you might need to get an accountability partner with going out, with the way you dress, with the way you talk. Somebody on your case who can give you honest feedback that you messed up. And you will not defend yourself. You will not say the person is being, is condemning you. You will take it in. Right? So, someone may also decide, okay, I want to try matchmaking. That may be a goal that you have for yourself as a single person. Matchmaking is not bad, but you are also, being careful. I do a bit of it, just that right now, I'm into a few other things, right? So, somebody also has a relationship goal that I don't want to marry a black. I want to marry a white person. And somehow, some of you also need to begin to look in that direction. Who says you must marry from Anambra? Who says you must marry from Onitsha? Who says you must marry a Nigerian? Who says I have an in-law like that? She married a white man, a Briton. And anytime I tease her, they will tell me that has been what she always says as a young girl many years ago, as a teenager. Said, wow. And eventually in her mid-20s, voila. Because your dreams are valid and your dreams are possible. Because somehow, for some of you, the kind of relationship you want, the kind of lifestyle you want, it might be tough for you to find a black man, an African man, a core Nigerian man that will suit you. And it's not as if you are bad or that the person is bad. It's just that you're not compatible with what you desire and what the person is willing to offer. And it could be someone out of Nigeria. It can be someone from another clime. It can be someone from another continent that matches you. But because you don't even think in that direction, how is it going to happen? Are you learning? Talk to me in the chat room. Talk to me. Let me read from you. Okay, Ante Uye. Unmute and tell me that your yes, so. I hope I pronounce the name well. Is it Ante or Ante? Uye. Uye.
Yeah, it's Ante, yeah.
Oh, finally I'm getting to hear the voice of the man. Good to have you in the meeting. How are you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you. And you?
I'm all right. So it'd be nice to meet you. Please introduce yourself. Tell me your name. If you can on your video, it'd be nice to see your face. Tell me your name, where you're connecting from, what you do. Are you single searching? And one lovely thing about Auntie Uye. One lovely thing about you. It'd be nice to know.
Oh, okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ante Uye. I'm a banker. I am connecting from Lagos. One nice thing about me, I'm adventurous. I like to try new things.
I didn't hear that.
I'm adventurous. I like to try new things.
Okay.
Yeah. I could be very open-minded, to a lot of changes actually. So that's the thing about me. I would have loved to on my video, but there's no light where I am. So just make do with my voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Single.
Okay, yeah. I'm in a relationship that I'm hoping, gets to something serious. It's a bit shaky actually, right? There's been a lot of it's part of why I joined, this, and I've been doing other things like wanting to read. In fact, some of the things you mentioned, right? Wanting to take a course, speak to someone and stuffs. Things I've been doing already this year, because I realized that most of the issues we had, I may have had good intentions, but I went about it very wrong way. So yeah, so that's sort of why I'm here. So I tend to pick every little info I need from everywhere, just to fix up myself. At least even if this one does not work, at least the next one will be different.
Fantastic. Well done, and I'm hoping you're learning from the class with whatever.
Yeah, very well.
You're good. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Ante.
Yes.
Right. Please. So I like when you say, even if this one does not work, at least you are well prepared for the next. Because this one doesn't work, the next doesn't work, then there is a bigger challenge. But if this doesn't work, while I wish you well, I'm hoping that you're able to fix, whatever the differences or the challenge is in your relationship. But then you are more empowered, you are more equipped, you have corrected your errors, you are a better person going into another relationship. and you have gathered enough experience that by the time you enter that second one like this, no, you are showing up, better and better. Okay, well done. So who else is talking to me? Okay, I'm riding on Mama. Okay. Okay, let me read this message. Okay, I think quite a few people have asked me this same question about being very affectionate, being emotional. This is a question the person is also asking me, and that's the main problem she has. You meet someone new and you are quickly emotionally attached to them. So firstly, I don't want you to see it as a weakness. No, because actually what you are doing is that you are showing affection, you are trying to love, you are trying to connect, you are trying to be a nice person to this individual. But then, because if I'm not seeing anything sexual, but if it is now sexual, that's when there is a problem, where you are just meeting someone, you are barely known the person, and voila, sex is all over the place. And after a few months, you realize this is not where I want to be with. Yeah, I'm not even compatible with this person. I'm not even sure this person really likes me. You have not given the relationship time or whatever. And so you repeat patterns like that and you hurt yourself. That might require a bit of more work. But if it is not sexual in terms of, oh, I just met this person and I'm texting every day, I'm the one reaching out so much. You know that there are some people who are anxious lovers. Yeah, people like you may fall under that category where you give out a lot of emotions. You want the relationship to work. You are showing up very strongly. You are highly motivated. You want to be in the person's, space. You want to call, you want to chat. You are sending them messages. You are expecting a reply. Like right now. You are sending them a text, and if they are not responding, you are already anxious. And eventually, the relationship doesn't look like it, or the person is not reciprocating the level of energy you are giving, and you are heartbroken. You feel bad. You feel, is there something with me? Is it that I'm not lovable? Is it that there's something I'm not doing well? And then you even go harder. By the time you see there's something I'm not doing well, you go harder. And maybe the other person is even just trying to build the relationship. Let's go with the flow gradually, blah, blah, blah. But so what do you then do? Because if you are someone like that, and I think a few of you ladies have said that, number one, you have recognized that I think the way I show up in relationship, I can do too much at the initial stage where I begin to invest so much emotionally. Getting an accountability partner, number one, would help. Secondly, is that by the time you connect with someone new, you want to quickly decide on your terms of engagement. You want to quickly determine your boundaries. You want to know them. You want to always and continue, to call your attention to those things you have agreed. Boundaries in terms of, okay, I can't do this with this person until so time. Maybe it's visiting or partying or clubbing or anything at all. Or I can't have certain conversations with this person while you are showing up, right? Because here you are being positive, the relationship might eventually work. While you are showing up, you also don't want to invest so much emotionally at the early stage. You don't want, because by the time you invest emotionally, the next thing you are likely to do is to begin to invest financially. And that will change the dynamic of the entire relationship. And from finances, you are going to get committed with sexual engagement. And when all of that happens, it then further changes the whole situation. because you are not also sure of the person you are engaging with yet, because everything happened too quick, too fast. Emotions get in, money gets in, sex gets in, the relationship, you have to redefine it. So it's as if you are taking it from 0 to 100, and no healthy relationship grows just like that. No. So know your boundaries. Get someone to be accountable to. Resolve within yourself that there are certain things you cannot do until certain times. And let the relationship be both ways. And also let the relationship grow. When you are mindful of all of this and you are always asking yourself the intention behind every action you want to take, oh, I want to send a text, I want to go visit, I want to call, I want to do this. Ask yourself the intention. These are simple ways to also check yourself. Talk to someone quickly. I'm seeing someone, right? Someone you know who can, and say, what's happening? How is the emotion like? And just do a bit of reset for you before you go all out. While you are present in the relationship, you are not over giving. You are not anxious. If the person doesn't call in a day, it's fine, at least at the early stage of the relationship, before you both are really committed and understand that we have a commitment, a devotion to each other to help us with the growth and the connection that we both share, right? And if you really know that is something that you find really hard to do, once you meet someone you are overly investing, please reach out for counseling. And like I said yesterday, please, if you want to join the Singles Network, the Single Sync Network, I'm sure the link is in the chat room. We are already planning a Valentine program. I'm really hoping to get more male to come into the program. Yeah, if I get like 30 or 40 singles, I would run the event. You will pay a token, and we come together, eat, have games, engage, talk, play, meet other people of the same sex. Yeah, make friends with other people. That's the idea for the program. But much more is that matured singles who are really ready to settle down, ready to, connect with other people, can have a platform, like an avenue, right, where they can share, encourage each other, learn. I would also be there to share with a few of my other colleagues, maybe. So if you are really interested, join the WhatsApp group. And also on the WhatsApp group, as time goes on, because there are several desires that you guys have that we have been able to compile during the registration, where I'm hoping I can teach, I can share, I can help some of you. Quite a number of people say they struggle with communication. Communication in terms of maybe how to communicate, how to communicate when you are angry. Quite a number of people also shared with emotional maturity, having an outrange, anger problem, and things like that. So I may just later structure maybe once a month for the next few months, where we can meet and talk and share, maybe on the platform or on Zoom, right? So if you join the WhatsApp group, it would be nice. And if you also have friends you think would help, right? By the time we start planning the Valentine's program, I would want every one of you to please be involved. The more you share, the more people see it, the more people would also want to get involved, because we are doing this for you, right? I'm doing this for those who are single and they want to mingle. We call it the Ladies and Gentlemen Connect. It's a time where you can connect other people, like minds, people who are ready for a relationship, while we are also very prayerful that we get more positive and matured minds, right? So we'll share more of those information on the platform. So please join. We need as many ladies, as many, great guys to be in that meeting. I will take a few minutes to answer any questions. Let me see if there's any more thing I've not covered in the things I would like to share. So I've talked about the fear, I've talked about the behavior, I've talked about the baggage, that you also need to set goals for yourself as a single person. How do you want to overcome all of that? And if you're in a relationship, you are going through a tough period, you are finding it very difficult to agree or grow the relationship, seek help, take a course, read a book, save up for coaching, come into therapy, do relationship management with me, because sometimes a relationship shouldn't end. The same thing with some marriages. We have had divorced people who say, if I knew, no, I think I was just very mature when I left my marriage. Maybe if I knew better, if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have left. And the same thing also happens in relationship. You know, you would have fights, you would have moments where, you know, you are not seeing eye to eye, and it can be corrected. But when it is now a pattern, you're always fighting, always arguing, always complaining, always not just getting along, yeah, maybe there are other deeper issues that needs to be addressed, or compatibility issues, or differences are really much, and everybody has to go their separate ways, right? So love would find you as you continue to live your best life. You are not focusing on marriage. You are living life. You are living your life, pursuing your dreams, pursuing your goals, and you are desirous of finding love. Yes, and love would find you, because you are also taking actionable steps. With everything I shared yesterday and today, even if it's 5, that you see that in this 5 area, I want to try it for the next 6 months. You say you want to be seen, and that's why I said the first thing we need to establish is your goal. Once we know your goal, because nobody can define that goal for you. It's you that, okay, this is the goal I have for my relationship life. This is what is working. I will improve on it. This is what is not working. I have to change it and, you know, do something different. And then, so I have written a goal. It's not enough, right? Not just your relationship life, every other aspect of life. There has to be something you want to do. If you keep doing the same thing you have done, you will not see a different result, right? And this also applies to your relationship, right? So what do I need to do differently? Some of the things I've shared. Sit down and write them down. What are the things I really need to do differently? And you act on it. Act on it passionately, consistently, positively, and get a bit desperate while on, you know, on all of those things. And in no time, yes, in no time, you will feel happier, you feel that, yes, you like the version of yourself that you now see. You like the version of yourself that is evolving, because you are committed to the goal and you are taking steps gradually towards achieving it. I really hope the class has been worthwhile for you. I'm really hoping to hear your good testimonials. This is my gift to you. What will be your gift to me? Please follow me online. I'll like to connect with you so that you can also see some of the other events I have that can be helpful for you. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm sure they'll drop my link. You can follow me on YouTube. I'm more active on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm trying to build my YouTube channel. It'd be nice that you also follow me and subscribe if you can. And also, if you do go online, share that you were in class and share how impactful the class has been for you. Toluwanimi actually dropped, I couldn't forget the name Toluwanimi because that's my son's name. Toluwanimi dropped a bit of a comment this afternoon. I would like to hear from everyone. At least if I have like 20 or 30 comments from those who were here yesterday and today, that would be nice and would also help people to look forward to the Valentine's program. Trust me, you never know who would see it, who would come, and who you will connect with. I wish I have, you know, I wish I have what's the word? I wish I have the power. I wish nothing can limit me from getting in all the men who signed up. And that's part of the problem we are dealing with as relationship educators. We are complaining that relationships are not working, marriages are not working, but the men are not showing up. So I'm happy for all the men in 18. Kolapo YA, are you a male or a female? Kolapo, Kolapo is a male? Yeah. But I'm assuming that should be your first name and not your direct, and not your what was it called? your surname. Kolapo, talk to us. So if you're a male in this meeting, please shoot your hand. Or just unmute. Let me shall hear your voice. If you're a male in this meeting, you are a man. You are a man. Kolapo, are you there? It'd be nice to hear your voice. Which other names looks like? Please talk to me. So please drop a comment, go on my timeline, either on Facebook or on Instagram, share a bit of how the class had impacted you. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you beyond today. Honestly, I'm really looking forward because I'm very hopeful that a few of you would make some positive connections. Okay, let me take questions. If I see your hand up, I'll call you. Let's take one or two questions. Anything at all you want to ask me about what I share you didn't understand, or there's something in your heart about your relationship that you truly want me to help you resolve. Know where you are at the moment. Where are you at the moment on this journey? Where do you want to get to, and who do you need to get to that place, that destination, that outcome that you want? Where are you on this relationship journey? If you are confused, if you are lonely, if you are tired, if you are overwhelmed, if you are drained, if you are hopeful, and then know where you are going. What's the desire? We have said that many times. What's the goal? What's the aim? What's the outcome that you want by December 2025? I want to be in a relation. It's possible. Yeah. Even if you're not married or something, but you want to have a committed partner. Anybody asking me any questions? Will be done in a bit. So join the group, follow me online. Make sure you drop a comment about this event, about this meeting. Do make sure you drop a comment. So Kolapo is not speaking to me. No man in this meeting. Wow, wow, wow. I think I've answered all the question in my direct box. All right, so no questions. Let me also take maybe one or two feedback like I did yesterday. Who would like to share with me again? Thank you. I'll follow you online. I'll drop a comment shortly. Thank you. I'm grateful. Is that Bolanle from yesterday? The Bolanle yesterday, I'd like to connect with you. If you are here, please say hello. Okay, so feedback time. Tell me what you learned and tell me the changes you are going to start implementing from today. I think that's what I want to hear. What is that change you want to start implementing? Yes, Bolanle from yesterday. Good to see you again. Okay, so what's that change? What's just one thing that you've picked from yesterday or today and you want to start running with, like right now? Bolanle, it would be nice to hear. You mentioned yesterday you have a meeting today and that you were going to try something. How did it go? You want to share? You mentioned that it's something you were going to do. Is it in the morning or later in the evening? I can't even remember, but you should have mentioned. Yeah. Okay, talk to us.
Yeah, okay. So I was supposed to, well, okay, it was in church actually. I was supposed to initiate a conversation with somebody, but he didn't come to church today. But yeah, but there was something else. The media team in church had been asking me to do like an interview with them, and they'll put it up on the church's social media page. I'd been stalling for a long time, but today I just told them, I sent a message to them yesterday after the meeting that I will be available for the interview today. So I did the interview with the media today. I was very happy about that because it's going to be on my church's Instagram page, So I just thought it was like a great way of putting myself out there, and just coming out of my little corner. So I was very excited about that. Yeah. So I'll be doing a lot more of that. And also, because after church today, as I didn't rush off as I would normally do, So I waited behind a little day, and going forward, I want to go out a lot more. I usually go out, but I want to do that a lot more. Just be intentional about that. So that's really something. And the fact that I would, like, whenever I walk into a room, I would definitely say hi to somebody. and not go and hide and just initiate conversation. I think that's the major thing that I want to do this year, and
Yes,
smile a lot more.
yes.
I know I don't smile, so I need to begin to smile a lot. Yeah.
You just be thinking about it. Bolanleya, smile, smile, smile. Before you know it, it becomes a part of you. Becomes a part of you. Well done. I'm glad. I'm glad. I met a lady one time, and she was going to introduce herself, and she said, "My name is Miss." Initially, I found it a bit off, but later I thought it's actually something good, because sometimes some married people want to introduce themselves and they say they are Mrs. So maybe when you say Miss, somebody knows that, okay, you are a Miss, you are a Miss, meaning I'm single. Well, that's the way my mind works anyway, right? So I'm glad you took the opportunity to actually do the interview. People get to see you. Someone might like you and just, I like to meet that lady. Someone, people like different things about others. Someone sees you and it's your voice that they like. Someone, it's your composure that they like. Someone is your playfulness, and that's why I talked about being authentic, not hiding your real self, because there is a gift right there. There is a blessing. There's an opportunity right there in being yourself, in being your real self. Again, an improved version. Yeah, you are being playful, being friendly, but you are also doing it with a lot of sense and decorum, and you are well matured with it, right? So the guy that didn't come this week, hopefully you see him next week. And I think part of the things we are also going to learn as we go on for those on the platform is how to start a conversation with the opposite sex, how to start a conversation with someone new that you are meeting. Okay. Someone says yes, so we know the here word. I can't wait for. Okay, it would happen. Don't worry, it will happen. But while we are waiting for that, it's okay to address yourself as a miss. Sometimes I tell single parents, especially single mothers, maybe you also want to remove, I'm a single mother. I have a 4-year-old. I'm single, I have a 4-year-old. I'm single, I have 2 children, right? So it's not a title. It's not for anybody to accept the relationship as now, moved to a more serious point. There's nothing wrong with you having been married before, had a child, and now you are looking forward to remarriage. You are a single parent, you are a single mother. It's not a title, it's just a part of your life, and it's fine. But right now, the title that you have is that you're a single woman, because you are not committed to any other, man. So so and so and so I have a child. I'm so and so and maybe it's not even something you need to always share, but I understand for the sake of this meeting, perhaps that was why you also did mention that. But we keep learning and we just keep getting better. Okay, any other person, unmute your mic and talk to us. We'll be done in 5 minutes or thereabout. I wish you all the very best. Connect with me on the platform. I think by Monday, tomorrow, would come up with a more structured way of engaging on the platform, so that at least let me share a few more things with some of you, but much more, let's plan the Valentine program. By the way, how many of you would like to be at the Valentine program? Maybe, I know Valentine, it's a Friday, but we are hoping to do a Saturday. Just few hours, come out, make friends with new people, and especially, hopefully, you can connect a friend or two of the opposite sex. So if you are cool with the Valentine program, say, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in. Okay, I think nobody wants to talk to us again. What have
Hi,
you
good
learned?
evening.
What's
Like that.
achieved? Okay, so who is talking to us? Fumilayo.
Hello, good evening. Yes, good evening.
Good evening. How are
Yes, it's
you?
nice to be here. I'm fine. So it's been an interesting time. I think it's the first time I'm joining an online program that I just came across in my space on Instagram, and I don't regret
Oh,
joining. Yes, it's my
oh,
first time. So, and I've actually learned a lot. I've learned how to, yeah, be desperate. in your own time, just like you talk about it explicitly this evening. So it's a very nice one. Meanwhile, I was on that I talked about us not staying in Lagos yesterday. I didn't mention of that. I don't know how I would love to, but I work in Ekiti presently and I don't plan relocating anytime soon. So I don't know how you can assist us with that for now. So probably if there's but any online platform meeting, thinking together, actually happening, or if I had anything doing in Lagos or if I'm chance to, why not if not? So thank you so much for making this space an interesting one. And I look forward to more of the programs. I've actually learned a lot. So thank you very much.
Right. You're welcome. Thank you too. I'm glad that you've learned a lot that you will implement actually. Whatever it is you've learned, the most important thing is that you start acting on them. It's fresh now. It's very high in your spirit. Start doing them from now. You know, there is someone you've been meaning to reach out to the person. There is a group you've been very silent and you know that I should be on this group. Quite a number of single people are here. Start showing up, right? There is a new way you want to begin to look. If you have a friend, someone who you know you like the way they appear, you can begin to learn from them and copy from them. I remember when I was in my 100 level, you know, on campus, there is this lady who she just has a way of she just appears and everybody just sort of how did you combine this? How did you know? You know that some people like that. I'm not sort of the person, but I've also learned over time that you know different body shape, what to wear, how to combine, and things like that. Go for what fits you. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be, you know. So I'm just saying that anything you need to change, all the things you've learned, what would make me more happy is seeing you after a while until I've been trying this, I've been doing this. It could be your appearance, it could be showing up in a group, it could be talking, contributing intelligently, you know, showing up for programs. Yeah, I know you are out of Lagos, and like I said, someone is also from Akwa Ibom, someone is from Jos, someone said she's from Ekiti yesterday or so. So yes, if you want to come to Lagos for any program, you're welcome, but you must have somewhere or a friend in Lagos to connect with and all. But for the meantime, we'll keep up online on our, you know, on our platform online. I promise to at least do maybe 2 or 3 weekly meetings where we can all meet online like this to share and interact, right? And so I wish you all the very best. Thank you for the comments. Please follow me online and do share under the, you know, some of the videos for this program, how it had also helped you. Okay, so I think we have to go now. Or anybody else sharing with us? Kalakpo is not in this meeting. I was really hoping he would talk to us. Okay, any final word from anyone as we go? Thank you again for being a part of this meeting. I'm really hopeful that you've learned a few things, much more. Please put them to practice. I wish you all the very best. I pray that all your goals come through. I pray that God guide you. I pray that He causes His face to shine on you. I pray that if there be anything that you don't even understand happening, that God will take control and make a way for you. That very soon, that desire of your heart concerning your relationship life, your marital life, concerning the desire to change status, it will happen and happen very soon. I'm interested in the hangout. Okay, that's good to know. Mary Oyi, Ayodele Mary, you want to talk to us? Okay. Ayodele Mary, are you talking to us or that's the mistake? All right, thank you, Please let us know. We are shutting down the meeting. Okay, Bolanle is interested in the hangout. That's good. We'll share more on the platform and it is our program. I'm happy to connect with all of you. So we would share as many people, places that we can share it to, just so that we can get more people involved, right? So thank you very much. God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, thank you. Okay, Chiamaka, thank you too. Is someone talking to us? Yes, Yomi, thank you. God bless you too. All right. Thank you, Royal Touch. Thank you, Olaide Olasunkanmi. I see you. Thank you, Adedoku Precious. Ukunaye Modupe, thank you. Boluwatife. Good to connect with you. Bukola me. Good. Take care. Bye, everyone. God bless you. We'll continue on the WhatsApp group. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you too. Thank you too. God bless you. I wish you all the best. Bye, 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 bye.